4 months. It's nearly been almost 4 months since I came to Lima. That's kind of crazy. I remember my first morning here. I filmed it for my last vlog, and it's like, wow, it's already been 4 months. I don't know where that time went, but I do know that a lot has happened since then, and I've learned quite a lot. Throughout this whole trip, basically, like, the main lesson that this has taught me is change. Like, life changes, because me coming here, like, I had planned it to an extent, but it still happened so quickly. I came here last year November as just a test, but I didn't really know for sure if I would end up back here. And then when things just suddenly fell through in Ecuador, it was like, okay, I need to make a decision. What am I gonna do? Then it was like, well, I have this, so I just took that jump. And I'm kind of glad I did. Although I don't enjoy life here in Lima as much as I do in Cuenca, I'm still to an extent really happy that I came here, because again, I've learned so much and I've experienced a lot of good things. I've met a lot of good people since I came here, and it's been so interesting. Like, my first month, I'd say, was kind of rough because the apartment I was in wasn't the best. I was still getting over the emotions of moving from Ecuador because, like I said before, I really fell in love with Cuenca, especially. So it was hard to just move on from that. But as time has passed and as I've gotten adjusted to living here, and as I've began to let go of all those emotions and whatnot, it's made my mind, and my mind has settled a lot more. It's like I said, I've come to realize what life changes are all about. And I've also come to realize what the phrase "go with the flow" really means. Like, to an extent, I understood what it meant, but I didn't really. I don't think I fully grasped that. But now I get it. Now I get that, life, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how much you plan something. It doesn't matter how much you want something. Life will always find one way or another to just change. Like, it will change sometimes, a lot of the times, unexpectedly. So you can plan, you can have a desire, you can have all that, but that's not gonna stop life from changing. And when it does, you can try and fight it, you can try and change the change, but that may not necessarily work. And that's basically what happened with Ecuador. I was trying to change the sudden change, and it didn't work. And even after I came here, I was going through so many changes, and other things were changing that I wasn't happy with. And yet, again, I couldn't do anything except just go ahead and, well, accept it. But although this was an unexpected and, to an extent, kind of an uncomfortable lesson, it's still something that I'm happy that I experienced, because it's given me experience, is what I should say. It's given me a lot of experience. It's taught me, like, how so many different things work. It's been crazy, but I'm happy that I had this experience, because at least it's taught me lessons that I can carry through life, and lessons that I could hopefully use to help others in the future when they're going through their changes, because this has been like, wow, it's been wow. But it's definitely taught me that if you have the desire to move anywhere, just go ahead and do it. Don't be afraid to do it. And even if things may not work out at first, give it some time, and hopefully things will turn out for the best. You never know. But yeah, life in Lima it's been pretty decent for the past. Other than that first month, everything else has been pretty good so far. Like I said, I've met a lot of cool people. I've done a few cool things, and overall, I've been enjoying it.
One step is all it takes to get us moving anywhere. And now that we are on our way, I need to say, what used to keep us back were just excuses made to not change. You say, I promise to be there in every single way. We're doing this together every
and I'm looking forward to seeing, like, how things turn out in the future. I'm looking forward to seeing how things change again. And yeah, that whole thing with change is that like, life always changes. Again, there are things that we can't really control, and I think to an extent everybody, I mean, some people say that they don't like it when things change, but you can't really stop it, because I mean, if any person who's gone from infancy to being a kid to being a teen to being an adult, any person right now who is conscious of what change is, they've already gone through change. Change is everywhere. Like, even if you stay at home one day and you don't even get out of your pajamas, you may not even get out of bed that day. You just lounge around. Even if you do something like that, even if nothing about your life that day particularly changed, life around you changed. Like, there are things that would have happened in some faraway land that you wouldn't even know about. But life around you is always changing. The planet we live on is constantly in motion. It's constantly changing. So change is everywhere. And sometimes it's exciting, sometimes it's really terrifying. But regardless, you still have to try and find a way to deal with it. You still have to try and find a way to go with the flow, because if you don't go with the flow, then the flow is just gonna take you down under. And yeah, sometimes changes can be that overwhelming where it just feels like you're in like a rip current and you're drowning. But you just need to relax, get your grip, try and go with the flow. That is to say, when life throws stuff at you, try and find that balance. It's not always easy. In fact, and a lot of times it's easier said than done, but try and find that balance. And eventually, even if the situation which you're going through isn't particularly good, you will find a way to come out of it with something that you didn't have before. And that's definitely something that I learned. Like, again, a lot of uncomfortable stuff have happened since moving, but it's given me things that I otherwise probably wouldn't have had, as uncomfortable as it is. It's just given me experience that I'm glad I have now, and that'll hopefully prepare me for anything that happens in the future. And speaking of change, guess I'm about to have a change of scenery. Págame. Banda. Okay, I don't know who that guy was, but I'm in Florida now. So, looks like it's summertime.